us up high. Turn it up, it's time. Tall boy on the line. Everything will last. Raise your...
Welcome back to episode 248 of the Tall Boy Radio Podcast. And as we always say, who knows where it goes when the beer flows? Well, we're not bringing you the episode that we plan to bring you tonight, as unfortunately Lindsay is unwell with tonsillitis, so there might be a little bit of talk of Halloween, but not an awful lot. But before I introduce a man who may be a trick or maybe a treat, we'll find out shortly, we have to say hello to country number 68, Portugal, and country number 69, Argentina.
Go on, Lionel Messi. Go on, Messi. I always knew he was a fan. Oh, him and Ronaldo, they're duking it out. Portugal and Argentina. I'm telling you what, they're duking it out, and now they're deciding who's the biggest Tall Boy Radio fan. You can't get much bigger than that, folks.
You can't. I can't. I don't know if it is them, but let's just assume it is.
Yeah, let's just go with it.
Yeah. So there's your trick. Here's your real treat for tonight. Andy, how are you doing, dude?
Yeah, good.
Just for the people listening on the audio version and not the video, Andy is pretending his microphone doesn't work, which is a slight difference than earlier from Dave, whose
microphone doesn't work.
Never works.
How are you, kid? Long time no see, he says, knowing it's been about a week, just over.
Good. I wish I was back in London on the ale.
Yeah,
it was a good one.
That was a good weekend, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a good one,
Yeah, so for those who don't know, we were down in London for the NFL game, the Bears versus the Jags. First time we've been for 6 years.
I couldn't believe it. I was talking to the wife, and she was, "Oh no, you've definitely been over the last couple of years." I said, "We haven't." I said, "I don't think we've been since COVID." And she's like, "Yeah, you definitely have." I was like, "We haven't." And anyway, so fished back through some of the sort of photos, and genuinely, she couldn't believe it was that long since we've been. And there was a couple of years where we sort of tried to go, but couldn't get tickets. But obviously, we managed to secure some tickets this time, and it didn't disappoint. It was a belting weekend.
It was a belting weekend, and it was a good game.
It was a good game.
And Andy, you took us to a few decent bars, didn't you, dude?
Yeah, because of some accident record, I thought I'd take us to the safer places.
well, funnily enough, dude. So it's a little bit of a treat for people who join us on the video episode. And if you listen to this on the audio episode, go check out the video episode. It's only right at the start. We've got some photos from not this time, the last time that we went down. What was it? He wants to tell me what's going on in this photograph thing, guys.
I think his shoelace was under. I was just showing you how passing it. I'm not quite sure what was going on there, if I'm honest. Some young hoodlum. I'm making an assumption that the photo that's coming up soon is the same hoodlum.
Yeah. Well, here's.
Why has he got no socks on as well?
Why has he got that? So,
I'm sure you asked him at the time, but I can't remember what he said.
Southerners, they're alive.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, but for those, just if Gaz thinks I ain't got his back, look at that. I'm lending you a bit of support there, dude.
I mean, looking at that, I'm not sure whether you're actually either pushing me into him to encourage me to fight him, or you're actually just trying to pull me off him.
It was come here, youth.
Yeah. So for those who we've shared the story before, Gaz was wrestling a dwarf, but I don't no harm done, because I picked him up and gave him a cuddle afterwards.
Who the fuck is that guy?
When Andy sent these through the other day, I was like, what? Who is it? Why am I carrying a guy? Just some random dude.
No idea. I vaguely remember that was the bar we walked in, and I think Andy took us there, and there was like absolutely loads of beers on pump on draft. There's literally like a whole bar of them. Can't remember what the place was called, but we went in there, and these guys were standing around outside. I was like, don't know how we got it chatting to him, or don't really remember, but obviously I ended up wrestling him, and you ended up carrying him home like a little baby. So not quite sure how that happened. I'm not quite sure whether that was the order it happened either. I don't know whether you picked him up and then I wrestled him after, or vice versa. Sure. Can't remember.
No, I'm not sure.
Not sure. We stood outside because it was rammed, and then people like walked past. They were all like dressed up in. Was it Rowdy Vonnie Piper?
Yeah, I remember that, dude.
Oh yeah, actually, that rings a bell actually now.
And then him and his mate walked outside and started saying how tall we were or something like that, and then
probably how
just
sure I
turned
was.
to Gaza went, oh, I can wrestle you.
I was like, I bet we can go on.
Yeah, you can listen to this.
Yeah, he tried.
And then finally is the notorious photograph after I jackassed myself. So yeah, for
that
those.
was you proposing to Kim, wasn't it?
Well, it was equally as painful. No,
No, to be fair, I have a photo, and I should have sent it really, but I've got one of Adam, and it's just after sort of he's taken a little tumble, and he's giving it one of these. His face is out here, and blood on his nose, and all sorts of stuff. So.
Yeah, that was before I started bleeding. That picture. It doesn't look too bad there for a dude who's just fractured his jaw, broken his skull, and broke 2 ribs. I don't think I look too bad. And actually, to be honest with you, when Andy sent it through, the only thing I could think of when I saw that was a lot slimmer back then.
Yeah, that's a bit of timber, a little bit of timber, but yeah.
Just two things on that. One, you're wearing the right T-shirt now, and two, it must have been about. It must have been like 8 foot high, and you just landed on your face. I don't want to break my wrist. I'll use my face.
And it was just the action, and then like the noise. There was just like a thunk. It's just me and Andy just standing there, pissing ourselves, laughing, thinking, "Oh, actually, shit, might have hit himself there."
I did it.
I did it. Prod him with a stick for 5 minutes.
I still can't believe they let me in the casino. Like, covered in blood.
No.
Oh, do you know what I mean? I think they have a duty of care to people that they fail there.
Yeah, and to be fair, we got into the casino and you walked up, and then you sort of found a nice little comfy sofa and just had a nice little sort of 10, 15 minute, half an hour sort of kip, didn't you? And so I think we were just about to. Manager was sort of walking over just about maybe to sort of say, can't just fall asleep in here. I mean, Andy walk up. No, it's fine, mate. He's with us. It's okay. Leave him. He's fine. It's okay.
To be fair, I had a little boobies this time, and they didn't seem to mind.
It's because you had a whiskey in your hand this time.
Yeah, well, yeah. I think I might have as well, to be fair. I needed some kind of painkillers to take the pain away. Gee whiz. Well, no, none of the nonsense this time. No, there was no injuries. Nobody got lost.
No. To be fair, it was, I say, relatively subdued. Drinking cocktails at 3 o'clock in the afternoon possibly could have gone a slightly errant. But I think that was Adam's. I've got a taste for cocktail, dude. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Come on. And so we found, was it Dirty Martini? Is that what the place was called?
Yeah.
So we went in there and had a cocktail and stuff, and then sort of carried on to drinking after that. But yeah, there wasn't much sort of shenanigans as such, was there? Really? There were a couple of beers and stuff, but
we're glossing over the fact you lost your house keys and tripped over a bench.
No, that was the night before. That was an old age. That was even before
we made it down to London.
I've still got the battle scars on my shin to prove it. Honestly, a hole in my shin. I'm not. I don't know where the house keys went, but hey, there we go.
I think a little highlight for me was on the Sunday when we had a coffee on the river, and then I was like, did we walk past here last night? Like, we walked on that bridge. We watched some skateboarders and we walked over that bridge.
Yeah. Well, no, actually, the other thing was like we were sort of walking along Sunday morning, and we got into went into this like little sort of bar cafe place, and me and Andy like we'll have a coffee, so we'll have like Americano. I was like, I'll have a beans, please. It's like 6.5%. It's like, dude, it's 11 o'clock in the morning. He's like, yeah, well, it's okay.
I've got to make the most of it, dude. You know what I mean? While I'm away, I'm making the most of boozing while the wife's not.
Isn't it weird though? They didn't serve food, but they served beer at that time.
Yeah. They said, what did they say? We're not serving food till midday or something, and this was like a minute to 11 or 11 o'clock or whatever it was. Here's beans with a pint in his hand. It's just like, dude.
But I have got no recollection of being there the night before. I was flicking through my phone while I was waiting for you guys to get your cappuccino frothed. And I was like, shit, we were here last night. I remember this.
Yeah, no, I remember that. And as soon as you said that, we were here last night. Yeah, because we basically where we were, we then sort of hung a left and then basically went over the bridge. We come up the stairs and that was where we went, basically. And like I say, I remember that. Just perplexed look on your face. Were we here? It's like, yes, we were.
Yeah, dude. Well, yeah, I have no recollection. It was the weirdest thing looking through my phone and thinking, oh, shit, I've taken these pictures.
Yeah.
I should remember this.
Yeah. I tell you what was good. I mean, the walk there wasn't great because they're busy and stuff, but the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, which is where the match was, I was quite impressed with it. And the tickets that we got were sort of quite high up in the gods, but actually the view of the pitch was stunning and brilliant. In fact, we got quite a bit of leg room at the back there, didn't we? We could sort of stand up and stuff. That was pretty cool. But you do a bit of reading around, and they say that every seat in the house has a perfect view of the pitch. There's no impeded views or anything. And actually, the stadium looked pretty cool.
Yeah, paints.
Although those pint glasses were a bit weird.
They were shit. They were.
Yeah, I don't get that.
No, I didn't get those. Now, I totally, as an Arsenal fan, it sticks in my throat to say how good that stadium was, because it was.
Yeah.
And like I say, the view was great. One of the things we were excited for, wasn't it, for those beers, if you've ever seen them, jump on Instagram or YouTube now. The beer, you stick it on like a valve at the bottom. It's got a valve in the bottom of the glass or the plastic, whatever you call it, cup. And it goes onto some kind of nodule.
Yeah, and it fills from the bottom, basically.
It fills from the bottom, which is... It looks great, and don't get me wrong, you get a nicely poured beer off of the back of it, but then the valve just leaks your beer all over your shoes.
I mean, obviously, one of the ones that I think, look, whether they road tested them all sort of thing, but I think one of the ones that Andy had, and I'm not saying it was a constant drip, but the beer was dripping out of the bottom. And I think if you left your glass there, well, plastic receptacle, whatever it was, if you'd left it there for a while, it probably would have dripped out completely. So that was a bit weird.
It was like a hamster tube, wasn't it?
Well, to be fair, as I found out, if you stick your key in the bottom, your key fits nicely in the bottom, and it all just pours out. Pours out. So you couldn't just do that above.
With his shoes.
Well, one of the funniest things, and had you gone for some beer and stuff, and you're walking back upstairs, and Andy taking his phone out, really desperately hoping that there was going to be some sort of trip hazard or something. Walking up the stairs, he's like this, trying to juggle them.
It was just to show how steep it was.
Yeah.
Was steep.
And then the concentration, like of Beans carrying 3 beers, trying to walk up some stairs that like half your foot could fit on.
I was determined not to go home injured. If I'd have gone home and broken bones this time, I'd never been let out the house again.
No, that'd been curtains. Absolute curtains. Yeah, never to be seen again.
No. I tell you one thing I do need to say, though, about that stadium. As good as it was in ball late to leave, wasn't it?
Yeah. And was it Seven Sisters and I can't remember what the other one was.
Not even that, just getting out of the stadium in the first place.
Yeah, because they closed like loads of like the stairwell, didn't they? So we were trying to walk out and no, you can't come down this one. It's like, well, why not? The stairs there down. He's like, no, you can't come through this one. So you end up having to like trudge like halfway around the stadium to find the stairs down. And then it's a bit the same like any major stadium space. People like piling out. But it just felt like they could have sort of just done it a little bit more efficiently.
Yeah, it didn't help that you better wait till the end of the game to go for a piss.
Well, yeah, you don't want to miss anything, do you? You know what I mean? It's the mighty Bears.
Cross your mind, to be honest with you. I got lucky though.
We queued up to get in. We had to queue up to get out. And like,
that was worse.
No people were trying to get in.
No, it's like I've queued before now to actually go for a piss, but I don't ever remember having to queue to get out. That was a bit weird.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. I didn't enjoy that. I thought that was a bit. And then the distance from the tube station, that was a bit shite as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, and as I say, I think it was the Seven Sisters, wasn't it? And then there was the other one that we ended up walking to because we were going to go on Seven Sisters. And then was it the Overground as well that they said that there was, there was an hour delay on the Overground even before getting to the stadium. So then we're like, okay, so we'll walk. And then there's bloody signs, Andy, that kept saying like 25 minutes. We'll be walking for 10 minutes. And then you see another one, it's just 25 minutes. It's like, you lying bastards. It's longer than that. But yeah, walking back out. And then we got to the Underground. I can't remember which one it was. But there's a massive queue as well. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
And you just like...
Yeah, I can't
and
remember.
then there's people just trying to push in, weren't there? Like,
I don't blame them. You don't get me
wrong.
They're
literally just like trying to saddle up. Is this where you go? And then like just trying to nozzle into the lane. So whatever.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy that. I think if we went again, I would choose Wembley over Tottenham. I mean, if the Steelers or the Bears or the Lions were at the Tottenham Stadium or wherever they had it, then we'd do it again on general principle. But I would choose Wembley over there.
Yeah, I mean, look, ultimately, Wembley's iconic, isn't it? And whether or not you're traditional, you wanted the two towers, or you wanted like the arch, the newer Wembley and stuff. But it is a national stadium, so you go there, and I preferred Wembley to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. I mean, look, it's a lovely stadium, and as I say, if one of our teams go, we'll end up going there. But if we go again, when we go again, I would choose Wembley 100%. Yeah, 100%. But I tell you what, I was a fan of was that hub, the hotel, the hub, the Premier hub. They were decent, functional, clean, tidy, exactly what you want.
You can check in early.
For a small fee,
which he was not willing to.
Which he was not willing to forego. Yeah, so we rocked up at. Can't remember what time it was. Was it about 1? Can't remember what time. 1. He said you can check in at 3. I said in, but he said, but your room's ready. I was like, well, can we get in there? And he's like, well, yeah, it's going to cost you £10 per person. I was like, yeah, but you just told us the room's ready, so can we go? No. But you can come back at 2:45. Did he say, or something? I can't remember. So I'll just go for a beer or something. Yeah.
It was a laugh though, wasn't it? Because yeah, it's tenner. yeah, good one. Oh, you're serious? Okay.
Well, we're not paying that. Can you actually in the room because it's ready? No. Well, you've literally just told us it's ready. Yeah, you can't get in. Yeah, okay.
We'll just go to the bar up the road that's shut on a Saturday.
Was that just after the other bar that was shut that you took us to as well, Andy? Because you were 0 for 2 at that point.
Yeah,
I think
what was going on?
The first bar was one I chose, like from 1500 or something like that. The oldest pub and all this sort of crap. Monday to Friday, brilliant. And then like the second one was the one I'd wanted. I found it, but I mean like the line dancing bar on it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then it's just like Google's there like, oh yeah, it's open all the time. And then we turned up. Oh, next show's at like 20 to 4. It's like next show. Yeah. I'll be the show in a minute when I'm drinking my whiskey.
Look, on a positive, the Lowlander that we went to was decent.
Oh yeah.
So decent Belgian beers, decent food. So that obviously that was a place that Andy'd been to a couple of times before, and you go in there, and if you like your Belgian beers and your strong Belgian beers, it's just like wow, like what a place that is. I mean, and actually you could have easily just stayed there, for majority of the day.
I'm not sure whether we did or not. I don't know how long we were there, but I know we smashed a few downers, and they weren't weak beers we were drinking.
No, we had that. Well, me and you had that tasting trio, didn't we? Yeah. And then Andy, you had a. Did you have, was it 2/3 or whatever it was? But we had the tasting trio, and then I think we probably had 2 or 3 more in there. Did we? While we have food, maybe.
We were in there about 3 hours.
Yeah.
Because we went to like Canadian sports bar at like 8:30, and we're like, oh, we're not letting anyone in now.
Oh yeah. I remember. And so I remember that. And then we're like, well, why can't we go in? And then you were convinced it's because we were wearing trainers or whatever it was.
Well, that wasn't. I made the mistake of wearing boots. I wore boots on.
So I got like crossover sort of smart trainers on, and then it gives that the one up and down. Hey, not coming in, lad. And then we walked down, and we walked into one place that was a cocktail place. We walked in, and the guy like walked off, and then we're like, yeah, no. Don't fancy this. So literally turned around, walked back out just as he found the table.
Well, I mean, what's going on in London? That you got bars that close. Like how I don't know. It stays open for 500 years when they only open Monday to Friday. They're missing out on 2 solid days trade there. And those are the 2 best ones for drinking. So you got that, and then you got the Canadian sports bar not letting people in at 8:30 at night.
Yeah, they turned around the group before us, and they were smartly dressed in shoes and everything. And then they turned around saying, the staff have been really busy this week. It's like, yeah, mate, it's Saturday though. Let us in.
Yeah.
And then you turn around saying, well, I'll go and pour myself a pint. I'll work for you.
I'm not unreasonable. I am. That's still fucking annoying, to be fair. I mean,
to be fair though, we found that bar that had all them different levels, didn't we?
Oh yeah. What's that place called?
It was like a maze, wasn't it?
No, the place was decent. Yeah, I remember arguing with the barman there. No, not the barman. Sorry, the doorman. I was claiming he didn't actually work there, and it turned out he actually did.
I don't remember that. I remember Andy taking a photo, and I mean, you standing by, and it looks like I've got my arm around you or something. I just looking sort of lovingly at this beer, and Andy took a photo of us from like way up in the gods or whatever.
I think you guys went down to the bar, and I went up just to see what was around the corner, if there's a seat anywhere. And I looked down, and it's like your hand was like on his back, and it's like, there's the camera. It's going down. I was like, all right.
It's a very gay photograph. A very gay photograph indeed.
Can't remember that, but it is one of those like almost looks TARDIS like. You sort of didn't really look anything, and then as you said, there was like loads of different levels and loads of little. And then there was what's the name of the girl who had the birthday? So I just can't remember what her name was.
Diana.
No, that was the train. That was you singing on the train on the way down. Andy got a video of, which was quite famous. But yeah, there was a big party there.
Was it Deborah? Was it Deborah or Diana?
Deborah on the train, and then
was it Deborah? No, it's Diana.
Oh,
Can't remember.
honestly.
Can't remember the name of the girl that was in the.
Let's play the video.
Play the video.
It's like Naomi or something in the bar. But
Yeah, I can't remember.
I couldn't be bothered turning my head. I was just like, oh,
Literally, like sat back to back to her. I was like, yeah, days like, ready after return to the day, and everyone was that stinging. And then she sort of had enough of us because we probably had a bit too much to drink at that point.
I
So.
don't think there's any probably about it.
But no, that was decent. And then yeah. So I can't remember the name of that bar now. Good though.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
Couldn't find. And then we were looking for Gordon. Well, we're not looking. We knew where Gordon's was, and
yeah,
you
we found
were.
Gordon's, I remember that.
But you were like, oh, I want wine. Can I have a nice glass of wine? It's 11:15 Sunday morning. It's literally over there if you want to go. And you're like, I could have one. Me and Andy just like, bit early, dude. Yeah.
we did go past there the night.
Yeah.
On Saturday night.
Yeah.
They wouldn't let us in there. The queue.
Well, you say they wouldn't let us in.
He didn't let us in.
Oh, I got in.
He got down the stairs. He didn't get in.
I could have got in.
That was quality. That was.
So this was a couple of.
What's he gonna do?
There was a bit of a queue, and it looked like the queue. It's probably you're talking like over an hour. Probably when this queue to get in. So I walked up to this guy. So watch it. I looked to Andy and Adam's like, watch this. I'll get in. Walked up to this guy. Next minute, down the stairs, ran down the stairs, and I just looked up and I could see him looking at me like this. I walked back up, and these two were just like chucking their heads off.
You know what happened last time I tried to run downstairs.
Yeah, that wasn't happening.
Yeah, Sky guy just watching, like, didn't even say anything, did he?
He couldn't be asked. He knew that he'd seen the two fat lads at the top. We knew that we couldn't be asked to chase after him.
Yeah, it was funny. Just ran downstairs, ran halfway down, so where this guy comes up and goes, "You all right?" I'm like, yeah. So looking, turn around, like you guys are still at the top of the stairs. Security guy at the top of the stairs is looking down at me, like, "Yeah, I probably need to leave now."
We were never going to get let in there. That
No,
ridiculous. That was. Yeah, and London needs to sort itself out. You know,
yeah,
we missed a few drinking opportunities. Don't get me wrong, we made the best of the opportunities that we got. That's for sure. But I think we could have got a few more scoops down as if they were playing ball.
Yeah, like look, it's one of those, isn't it? You 24-hour city in it. You can get a beer whenever you want, pretty much, depending on where you go. But I'd had my fill. We'd had a good couple of days. The Saturday is always a good day because the fan rally or the fan events, and you can go to the couple of the themed pubs for the Bears or the Jags or whatever. And they didn't close they didn't close Regent Street. They didn't do anything around Trafalgar Square, I don't think. Although I thought it might have been something, but yeah, there wasn't. There was a couple of like Bears alumni things going off here, there, and everywhere. But you can normally the day before on the Saturday you can sort of find something that's going on NFL related.
Yeah, I think the days of the fan rallies are over, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I wonder whether or not they didn't seem as though there was that much at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on the Sunday in terms of the fan rally and stuff. And I know when you go to the States and you got your tailgate parties, and literally it's just like wall to wall sort of beer and food and stuff. But whether or not they're missing a trick or there's just no appetite for it, don't know.
I mean, allegedly,
the half marathon was on, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah,
yeah. And that closed off pretty much Trafalgar Square and Buckingham Palace and all that.
My understanding is, in terms of the fan rallies, they were there originally to attract people down, to make it a full weekend, to make it an event. And now they're looking at the sustainability of whether you can actually have a team in London, where you wouldn't do that.
No
games, you know what I mean? Are people going to come just for the game, or are they going to come for the beer the day before?
Well, to be fair, the Bengals fan that stood to my right, my ears are bleeding after. I mean, I can talk. Christ, I can talk. I know that, but Christ, this guy never shut the fuck up. He was honestly, and he was talking about the same thing. And there's no appetite for an NFL franchise in London because you just won't get the demand. Like if I go, I'll still support the Bears. I'm not going to stop supporting the Bears just to support the Jags. You won't stop supporting the Steelers. No. So you might go down for a game, but you're not going to go down for a 7 or 8 game regular season sort of thing. And I just don't think there's the demand there for a London franchise. I just don't see it.
No, I think the events that they've done so far have been too successful for their own good, really, because you know what I mean. If you're a Dolphins fan, you're going to go watch the Dolphins, and you get that. if they had a London team, nobody now, even that, if it wasn't the Jags, there's a lot of Jags fans over here, although didn't seem like it then. Everybody was a Bears fan.
Yeah, there's loads of Bears fans there. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just don't think there's the appetite for it. Yeah. Go Bears.
Go Bears.
Did you get sick of saying that?
Go Bears. Yeah, so we're saying on the Saturday, we were walking around and I'd got like sort of a Bears hoodie on and loads of people around London and stuff, and they're like, "Go Bears, go Bears!" And then I said to Andy, I think on the Sunday we're gonna get sick of saying that as we were walking down the street. Literally, there's like 50,000 Bears fans. Just you're like, "Go Bears, go Bears, go Bears!" Like, yeah, I'm bored of that now.
It's brilliant. Was it an old woman or an old guy? It's like Bears. It's like,
just walk past
you
you,
not looking at Bears.
literally like a little glance. You go, Bears. Okay, you crack on. Yeah, I like that. And then if you don't say it, it's almost like they do a double take. It's like, well, I've not said anything. It's like, I'm bored of it now. Come on.
But to be fair, it was impressive. It was, bearing in mind, Jags are the London side, allegedly. There's a hell of a lot of Bears fans. There was way more Bears fans there than there was Jags fans.
And we've said it before when we've done the NFL podcast, and we've spoken about the fact that you go in the tube stations and you've got Dolphins fans, you've got Lions fans, you've got Steelers fans, you've got Chiefs fans, or fans from all the different franchises, and they're all going there for that one place. And I said to Andy again, you imagine if you got City or United or Liverpool or Arsenal or Spurs, all congregating, they'd be absolute mayhem. Mayhem, wouldn't they?
Yeah, it couldn't happen.
And it's a different vibe, and everybody supports their. I mean, to be fair, loads of the Bears fans are like giving the pack of fans a little bit mither, but there was no malice. It was all good nature and stuff. But you just wouldn't get that in this country for football.
No, you wouldn't. It's a bit of a shame, really, to be honest with you. But it's and I suppose the Americans would probably tell you how tribal their sport is. But I think British football and their allegiances, and probably some of the issues we've had in the past with football violence, it goes a bit deeper than that, doesn't it?
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, you do see every now and then there's when whether it's social media or YouTube or whatever, you do see the odd bit of the American football games, but you don't see them as though there's like loads, if that makes sense. But no, I mean, I was talking to Ad in the green room just before we started, and it's sort of green. There's a bit of green somewhere.
It is painted.
And I was saying, for me, it's sort of bucket list stuff to go and see the Bears play in Chicago. I mean, obviously, go Soldier Field. It's like the holy grail for me, American football wise. But to actually go over there, watch a game over there, and go the day of the game, and you go to the tailgate party and food and this and that, and it would probably be bucket list stuff for me. That would. So yeah, looking forward to the day that happens. It will happen. Don't know when, but it will happen. So looking forward to that.
Just go into the comparison of teams. There's a video on YouTube where it compares the American soccer fans and their chants, and then they're like, "Go team, do this, that, and the other," and then then it shows the UK one. It'd be like, "Your mum's your dad, your dad's your mum." It's just like, it's quite different.
Completely different, yeah. And probably shows the intellect of the English, especially the Americans as well. But there you go.
It's full enough. So not last weekend, the weekend before, we were down at the Spurs Stadium watching American football. This weekend, I was at the Bet365 Stadium watching Stoke City and covering my daughter's ears for a lot of the game while some of the chants were being sung.
Yeah. You don't want to subject young kids to some of those chants, really.
It's funny. It's funny, you know what I mean? The British football, there's a real sense of humour to some of the stuff. I remember one point Norwich they hit the side net, and obviously all of the Stoke fans next to it turn around, we're giving them loads.
What they doing, Daddy? Yeah, you don't need to worry about that.
Don't worry about that. Don't you worry about that. Just keep playing back.
Dice.
Yeah.
Playing you. Massive, give me Yahtzee. That's what's going on over there.
I'm familiar with Yahtzee. Oh, bless him. Yeah, bless him. Again, though, that was another good trip out. But we talked a little bit about birthdays there. Diana, Deborah, and Naomi may or may not have been any of their names. We don't know. But Andy, 40 years young in a few weeks' time, aren't you, dude?
Am I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I was thinking about it. Like I was making a tea tonight. I was like, I remember being 18 and getting punched in the face and stuff. It's like fucking 40 now. Right. It just flies by, doesn't it?
Oh, dude. Once you're in your 40s, dude, every day's a punch in the face. Trust me.
That's it. I mean, you're obviously going to celebrate your 40th. I don't even remember my 40th. I'm 51 now. So I don't remember 42, 43, 44.
No.
Just blurs into insignificance at the moment.
No, I mean,
talk about punch in the face. I picked Jack's up from nursery before, so he charged at me, picked him up. He had his hand, them hoodies with like a pocket you can put your arm all the way through. He goes, "Look at this, Daddy," and I just went slap, slap right on the face. I was like, "Oh yeah, nice one, dickhead."
Wait till I get you home.
Welcome to 40.
Yeah. So what are you doing then, dude, for your 40th year? Obviously, you know that me and Gaz are going to be taking you on a brewery tour. We dropped that one on you last weekend, or the weekend before. I forget when it was. You got any other big plans, dude?
Lubing up for that. I was going to invite. I was going to invite loads of people over, like on the following weekend, but I just can't be asked. So I got some people popping over, like and staying over, who normally like every month stay over at our house. So yeah, they're coming over. We've got some gigs popping up that I'm going to. So Sum 41, their final tour. So I got that. Alien Ant Farm as well.
Nice.
What else to do? Just drinking, probably. That'll be it.
Drink.
I'm old now.
Yeah, dude, you gotta watch yourself now.
That's it. It's all downhill now, dude.
Oh, it's been downhill for about 10 years. Okay, my knees are going, my back's shot. No, I was going to have a party, but I was couldn't be arsed like inviting people over, and I didn't want them like bringing presents and stuff. I just wanted to like have an excuse just to sit around and drink and shit. And
Yeah. Well, listen, dude, we'll make the most of that brewery tour. Don't you worry about that.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Guys will give you a snuggle at the bar.
Yeah, I'll put me, a nice little snuggle, like,
He'll cup your cheeks.
Yeah, that's it.
check your prostate. Oh, you dropped your money on the floor.
Oh,
Got more baby oil than P. Diddy, the lad.
Talk about beer. That's on the old. I don't know where my camera. There it is.
Oh, there you go, dude. What? So that's the one I brought back from Texas. What do you make of it, dude?
I'm gonna say it is amazing. I can't think. It reminds me of like the Duval whiskey one, like
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like just smooth. I could neck this and be
It's
smashed.
dangerous. Yeah, what percentage is it? Is it about
12%?
12%? Yeah.
It
Yeah.
feels like it should be more. Like the taste of it. It tastes.
Yeah.
Like, when you get like double above say 11, 12, you taste the beer and then it feels like there's like a watery film on top of it. That's when you know it's like quite alcoholic. It's got that.
did you say it's got bourbon in it?
Bourbon barreled. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Can you taste that or not?
Milk stout. Yeah. Oh yeah.
You can. Yeah.
Quite a lot. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It tastes like it's got more whiskey in it than a Boilermaker, to be honest.
Does it?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I might double
Doesn't
up on it.
quite-
Add a bit of whiskey in it.
Yeah. No, that's asking for trouble. Mind you, the one I'm drinking tonight, dude, is an Imperial Mexican brownie milk stout, and that one's 11%. It's not too bad, that I tell you.
I like the label on that one. Champarato.
I picked that one up in Crewe, not in Texas, so it was
Champerado.
a little less
Well,
exotic.
I'm not quite as strong. I've just got the Toucan Tropic, which is what's that, about 6.7%, which actually is quite nice. I really like that beer. So
We've done the Drunken Ramblings episode, so we did Drunken Ramblings 1 and 2 on the same night, where that was just a bad idea, but it turned out okay. Then we did Drunken Ramblings 3 when Bo was over here.
yeah,
I was having a look online the other day at some of the strong beers that you can get. Now, it cost 100 notes. Okay.
Oh, here we go. I'm going to pitch something here too.
I am. And I just wondered if you did Drunken Ramblings 4, there's 2 beers, so it's 100 quid for the 2 beers. They're only 330ml bottles, but one of them is 67%, and the other one is 75%. So if we kicked in 33 quid each, Drunken Ramblings 4,
So how much of that will you need to drink before you're pissed?
Well, probably those 2 bottles will do it. We'll get someone else just to be on the safe side.
All right, okay. Well, make sure we don't do it on a Tuesday night. Make sure we don't do it on a work night.
We'll do it on a Friday night.
We'll do it on a Friday night, maybe. I'll be up for that, yeah.
Yeah, you'd be up for that one, Andy. Coming over here.
Come over here. We can go out in Old Sage again. I can break my shin again, and we can,
Go out for a few beers.
go out for a few beers before. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong?
Make sure no water in the hot tub.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that.
Yeah,
We'll just plan that one in for the new year or
just
Christmas Eve.
Just make sure there's no water in hot tub. We don't have any drownings or anything. I know what we'll do. This is a good idea. Let's get the hot tub. No, not happening.
We need to do that. Though. I'd like. I mean, let's face it. It ain't gonna taste like beer, is it? It's gonna taste like whiskey.
You're gonna drink. You're gonna drink it. You're gonna go. Oh, yeah,
That's gonna be treacle, isn't it?
Can't be worse than
Ugh.
Can't be, can it?
I've had a 20% beer before. That Tactical Nuclear Penguin, is it Brewdog? Or someone like no, and there's one called what's the it's like a submarine. It's called after a submarine. Sink the Bismarck, it might have been.
Right.
And they're like 20. I think the Nuclear Penguin's 19. I think this other one's like 25. And it was treacle. It's like you pour it out. It's like it's a Halloween drink, just just dead thick. I was like, oh god, you won't need to eat if you're drinking that. So this 60-odd%, like Jesus, like
yeah.
What was that one? Was it 17? When
18.
we were 18? Was it when we were in Edinburgh?
Yeah.
Salt horse,
yeah.
something. Yeah, and was that 18?
Yeah, that was the Stay Puft marshmallow porter that they do, and it was the 10th anniversary.
Yeah,
which was 18%. Got it. I mean, it was
just
thin. It was thin, but at the same time, it was thick. It was a weird
it was
beer.
just sort of tough drink. As sort of.
Tasted all right.
Yeah,
the
tasted okay. But
marshmallows.
again,
Didn't have marshmallows in it. No, we didn't pull a Clive line. Do set fire to marshmallows before putting them in the beer.
that might work. No, I'm joking.
No,
No,
I don't
but
think it would.
and to be fair, like obviously we were up there, and he sort of poured it. He said, "Do you want a share?" And do you want 2 glasses? And initially we were like, "No." He's like, "Yeah, you need 2. Yeah, share it," sort of thing. So we had a bit each, and it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't horrendous, and it wasn't, as you were saying there, Andy. It wasn't like a proper thick, treacly, horrible, like meaty drink. It was all right, actually. It was all right. You could tell it. I mean, obviously you could tell it's strong, but it was all right.
I liked it. I wouldn't like to drink too many, but yeah, I'd like to try those 2 beers. And I'm not going to drink a full bottle by myself. So if I end up, it's going to end up getting wasted if I.
I'll chuck in, dude. I'll chuck in.
Yes,
I'll chuck in. We'll do it on a Friday night, and I say if Andy comes over, what we can do is we can have those, and then we can grab a takeout, or we can grab some food or something, and we'll
So we'll have those, right? And then we'll each bring 1 random beer each, which we can split 3 ways. And let's not get silly and do like we did last time, because that's where it went bad.
750ml bottles.
Yeah.
We all bring 3 at like anywhere between 7 and 12%, and then we end up drinking 9 beers. You're like, yeah, that's going to win badly.
No, we'll split it, dude. We'll split it. I tell you what, yeah, I've seen them and they look interesting. They look. One of them's called Snake Venom. I can't remember what the other one's called. They're made by the same.
What is? I mean, other than alcohol, and you probably can't taste anything else other than that. But what is the flavorings?
Well, to be fair, when I looked at it, and obviously with these things, I looked on Amazon and they list the contents in order of what the percentage is. Number 1 was ethanol.
It'd be like drinking like aftershave or something. You know what I mean? It's alcohol.
It's basically rubbing alcohol.
It's for your car. That's racing fuel, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Even though it's piss.
It's when you burp and set a match light, or you're like, wow, that's bad, man.
Dude, it'll be lethal. It'll be lethal. That's going to happen. Look forward to that one, folks. Tune in for that bad boy.
In the new year, yeah, but not a school night.
No. We'll get it on a Friday night, like we did with the wine tasting. But I ended up going to bed as soon as it was finished.
Oh yeah, that really. Where's Dad gone? Is he upstairs? Dad, where are you?
Yeah, Gaz and Jen. No, this time. Gaz and Jen came over Jen came over, did she afterwards after the episode?
Yeah.
Like, where's he gone? Kim came down. No, he's asleep. He's in bed.
So just us then, is it? Yeah, okay. Okay. Thanks, pal.
I don't think I was pissed.
Just tired, were you? Just tired.
I was tired and emotional, as the MD say.
Fully dressed in bed.
I think I was, actually, to be fair.
Foot fall on your bed like that, and then literally you wake up in the morning, hey? And literally on top of the covers, fully clothed. Oh, that must have been a good night.
We caned a lot of wine, I think, to be fair.
Yes, there was copious amounts.
Yeah,
We need to do another wine episode.
we do, to be fair. Yeah, we could have done one at Gordon's if they'd let us in.
Yeah, if you'd have followed me downstairs, it'd have been all right. But no, we need to do. Yeah, we definitely need to do Drunken Ramblings 4, and we'll try those couple of beers, and Andy can come over and we'll go grab some food and stuff. Probably not eat in, pass out, but and then we need to do another wine one. I'm not quite sure what the spin of wine would be. Whether or not you do something. When you go to like tasting. And you do like charcuterie board, and you have like your 5 bottles or your 4 bottles, and you go like, there's this, and then there's this, and then there's this. We need to do something like that.
We do. Yeah. To be fair, we did that on my stag do, and that one didn't end well for me either.
Well, no, and I feel slightly.
Did you go to stag do?
I believe I was there. Yeah. The second day I was there in body only.
Yeah, you see that was a mistake because we obviously ruined you the first night, and that was the mistake. What we should have done was just had a relatively quiet night on the first night and then ruin you on the second night, because that second day when because we obviously got like the tour and this, that, and the other, and you were not in a great place that day. So
Quite ill.
that was my bad, but it was a good weekend.
It was. It was a good weekend, to be fair. It was. So, like, one of the things that we wanted to do earlier in the year as well was we planned on doing an episode about holidays, but you then became unavailable, and we had a guest on called Verity who shared her experiences. Didn't appreciate the mannequin piss, Andy. I don't know if you want to put forward your case for the mannequin piss at this point.
Mannequin piss is brilliant. It's a weird. You know what I mean? Like, why would you want to look at a little pissing boy statue? But then it's like he's in his little outfits, and then then you've got like the other one,
Jannikin piss.
Jannikin piss, yeah. And it's like that's proper hidden away. That is. Like, but
sorry, what we're on about?
Brussels.
Little
There's
kid
a little.
All right, okay.
Mannequin piss. You're known as the pissing boy of Brussels. Yeah?
Right.
That's his official title. So Verity came on. She visited Brussels. Didn't appreciate it. It's a landmark. You know what I mean? Me and Andy have got a lot of love for that little lad.
Oh, okay.
Mainly because of his outfits. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like
So did they change his outfits then?
Yeah. They put him in little costumes.
Nice.
He's still having a piss.
Halloween. Yeah.
Nice.
Sorts, isn't it? And there's some good bars with like puppets and shit, and then like next to it.
Yeah.
So you just people watch. Perfect.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Eat cheese out of Vietnamese ladies' mouths.
Oh yeah. That Jannikin piss is next to the Delirium bar as well, which has like, is it the 4 litre or 4 pint glasses and stuff like that. It's like naughty.
Get the proper big steins on you, like, oh, here we go.
Oh,
here we go.
These are 2-hand like fish bowls. It's about that.
Oh, really? Oh, really? Oh.
It's massive.
You just dunk your head in it like this.
Oh yeah. Like
That
spaceman.
It was a good trip. That was. Again, there was a lot of beer drank on that occasion. But yeah,
we were drinking in the morning at 9, weren't we? Because we'll go to Grand Plaza, the main square, get a little croc, and then have like a stein of Leffe or Stella or anything there.
9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I'll have a croc madame or a croc monsieur and a stein of Leffe, please. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah.
Not looking like it's 9 o'clock.
And it was like 30 degrees like one of the days on it, and we went to like the auditorium and stuff. We were on like this open top bus, and fuck me, I was like licking the windows. I was like dehydrated. Need a beer.
It's funny. Me and the missus were talking about some places that we wouldn't mind going to. We did Dubrovnik earlier on in the year, and then we did Amsterdam, and we mentioned Bruges because, like, the in-laws have been in and around Europe. They're a bit of a driving holiday and this, that, and the other. And they came back through Bruges, and father-in-law was like, I've tried this beer, Zott. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, so tried it, and it's decent, and it's okay. He's like, no, I really like it. I was like, yeah, it's decent. I've had it. Have you had it? Yes, I've had it. Yes, it's all right. It's pretty decent. And anyway, he's talking about these places. Hey, you've got to go. And I remember, I don't know when it was, Andy, and you were saying, yeah, it's a decent place. Obviously, you can get loads like decent beer there. And the missus was like, yeah, we definitely need to go because obviously her mum and dad said, you've got to go. It's lovely. And there's loads to do, loads of places to eat and drink and stuff. So we were like, yeah, okay, we'll do that. So that's definitely on the list. So 100% we're going to do that. And then obviously the other one is, so we're thinking of Prague, because neither of us have been to Prague, and that's typical like stag weekend type thing. So I'm not as fussed on that, but Bruges is definitely a place that definitely up for going.
Yeah, Bruges is fantastic. Bruges,
I
like
could probably list like 20 places you could go, and there's like each one's amazing. Like I don't have to list it. Just walk down a couple of streets, you'd be like, oh, that little like restaurant looks nice.
Yeah.
And then you go in and it'd be like a cellar or something like that. And the food and drinks amazing. Like,
well, when we go, obviously when we go, I'll let you know, and then just ping a couple over and send them on a map or something, and then we'll definitely look at that.
Yeah, it was decent. It was decent, and it is a lovely city to visit. I have to say though, dude, Prague's on my list of places to visit as well. I've never been, but it definitely appeals to me.
I would like to go. My only worry, and I know quite a few people have gone and they've said it is an amazing place. And again, there's loads of places to drink and loads of places to eat and stuff. But my worry is it becomes a little bit like stag do, hen do central, and you've just got loads of like groups of lads that go there because it's relatively cheap. And the other place we thought about, maybe not next week because we're on half term, but I really wouldn't mind going into Poland and maybe then going to slight change of tone here, but maybe going to Auschwitz and having a couple of days. And like, I really want to go there, but I don't just want to go there because I'd want to go to a couple of other places, or at least one other place. Because like you go there, it's like, oh god, this is like a great day. Well, it is a great day, but you can't really say it's a great day because of the nature of it. So it's like it's the best worst day I've ever had, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
There's people there who've had worse days.
But so if you go there, so what was it like? Yeah, it's absolutely terrible. What, you didn't enjoy it? Well, enjoy is not really the right word, is it? Do you know what I mean? So it'd be like an amazing day, but for all the wrong reasons, if that makes sense. So we want to go there, but I don't just want to go there. If we went there, I'd want to go somewhere else and then do something, because otherwise you come back to life and be like, wow, that was a bit heavy. Do you know what I mean?
If I clip part of this episode, this won't be it.
No, do you not find you don't want to go?
No, I know what you mean. If I was in Poland, then yes, that is one place I would have to visit just to pay your respects.
Yes.
You know? So I mean, you're on about Prague there though, and how it can be sort of stag do central. You've been to Amsterdam, haven't you?
Yeah.
Ain't like that though, is it?
It isn't, and it's the only disappointing bit really was the palace, because whether or not because we used to sort of book house or whatever, you know what I mean, and it's like what was the square? I can't remember the name of the square.
Dam Square.
Dam Square. Is that what it is? It Dam Square. And obviously you got the palace, and it's nice, but it's not like wow, awe-inspiring, wow, jaw-dropping sort of thing. But everything else was beautiful. And we had a lovely meal just on the side of Dam Square. And as you said, Andy, in Bruges, you sit there and you have a beer and you have some food, and almost just people watching. There's like every walk of life, and it was an amazing place. We walked through the red light district, and it absolutely bucketed it down. So, and we went there a little bit earlier. And I think had it stopped raining, we'd have probably gone back a bit later at night, because it was only really just opening up and some of the windows were open and this, that, and the other and stuff. So I probably didn't get the full red light district experience, but you can still tell that it's like an amazing place just to walk around. And is it seedy? Not really, if that makes sense. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's probably some places, but I didn't get that proper seedy vibe. There's a couple of places you walk past and you're like, yeah, I wouldn't fancy that, but it didn't strike me as a proper seedy place.
You said earlier you were glad it was raining because it washed the cum out your pants.
You can definitely cut that, mate. But no, it was. We had a great time, and there was no mate. It was great. It was a not bucket list, but loads of people have been and said it's great, and we went and it was lovely. And that's it. The palace was a bit disappointing. We didn't, obviously you didn't go and do this, that, and the other, but that was a bit disappointing. But other than that, the place itself was and the transport, it was dead easy. It's so easy to get about. around the city and stuff. So no, honestly, loved it. Unbelievable place, really.
No, dude, I loved it. I think it's meant. Have you got anywhere booked for next year, Andy? You got anything on the cards?
Funny enough, this year I wanted to tour. Well, I say tour, go Brussels and all that, and it didn't happen because I couldn't be asked taking like Jags there, and didn't want to do a long trip sort of thing because we wanted to drive. So debating whether to do a weekend in Brussels with the lads. So I'm not sure yet. We got North Wales booked. TBR, lads.
Yeah, okay. Just as long as we're clear.
Yeah, we'll do what we normally do. You go Brussels, then you get the train to Bruges. You spend the day there, and you get the train back.
Yeah, you see, again, Brussels is a place that I've never been, but would quite like to go.
Dude, we'll do that. We've just invited ourselves.
Yeah,
I don't know if Andy meant us, but we're coming.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, TBR away day. We'll do that 100%.
Absolutely. What about yourself, guys? Are you got anything booked?
All right. Okay. When's that?
Well, we're not booked it, but we're looking like April, May. Ideally, when people are at school, so we can get it cheap.
Yeah. Yeah. Amen to that. Do it, dude. Not going anywhere booked for next year. On the back of you having a fantastic time on a cruise, we are half thinking about maybe cruising somewhere. Whether it's next year, might be the year after. The eldest daughter's been to Italy and toured around Italy, and it's somewhere that both me and the missus desperately want to go. So we might end up doing Italy and doing like a 2 or 3 cent. So you might do Rome, then you do Venice, then you do Florence and stuff, and do like a 2, 3, 4 center place. But we'd quite like to then. The missus is on about really wanting to go to Sicily because without realize Sicily is huge. It's like, is it the biggest Mediterranean island or something? But anyway, it's huge. And there's like loads of different places, and obviously you've got your volcanoes, and you've got your famous sort of, you could walk up your volcano and you see the crater and all this, that, and the other. But so we might want to do that. We might maybe do 2 or 3 center place in Italy, and then maybe go to Sicily and do, like 4 or 5 days there, sort of thing. The other places, obviously, you go to the Amalfi Coast, and you might do Lake Garda as well. So loads of places in Italy that we desperately want to do. I've never been. I think the missus has been when she was a kid with her mum and dad, but I've never been. Place I want to go to. Both my daughters have been. My youngest daughter went with school. My eldest one went with a boyfriend. So it's definitely a place I want to tick off. So possibly looking at that. What about yourself? Where are you heading off to?
I mean, well, I've rebooked the cruise again for next year. To be honest, dude. So just as Gaz said, how much he enjoyed it. Just to tell you how much I did enjoy it. We were back about 3 or 4 weeks when we booked it again. Taking the mother-in-law, because it's something that she's always wanted to do. Obviously, she'll be in a separate room, just to be clear. But we like the room that we're in so much. We've actually booked for exactly the same room again for next year. Dude, I'm already counting down the days. I can't wait. I can't tell you how much I enjoyed that experience. I always had this idea in my mind that cruises were for old folks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The old Blue Rinse Brigade playing bingo out at sea. And it wasn't like that. There's loads of stuff there. The food on the Iona, which was a ship we were on, absolutely epic. It was amazing.
Yeah.
You would have appreciated it. I didn't have a single beer on board, but I did drink a lot of whiskey and a lot of wine. It was amazing.
I remember before you went, and you were a bit skeptical for those reasons. You're a bit skeptical. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'm going to like it. And then, you came back and you were like literally like buzzing. You were like, dude, like it was incredible. And you can get off the boat, and obviously you've got loads of day trips, and you've got loads of different stops, and you can see loads of different things. Then you come back on the boat, and it's just like almost having an all-inclusive hotel there. And then you go to different places, and everybody that has been on a cruise has come off the cruise and gone, oh my God, it's amazing. Like, and there's guys I used to work with at my old school, and they got one in particular. They got married on a cruise. They cruise all the time, and they never come off the cruise thinking they've had a bad experience. And then they're not blue rinse. They're much younger than I am, and it looks like nowadays they almost cater for almost every age bracket. So you've got kids, you've got your teens club, and then you've got your bars and stuff for your mid 20, 30, 40 couples and stuff. Don't get me wrong, there's probably stuff that the older generation can go for, but it looks like they cater for everything pretty much. So
Yeah, dude. Honestly, it was amazing. There was loads to do for the kids. Kids absolutely loved every minute of it. So we took them. We stuck them in kids club a couple of times. Well, until the JJ refused to go. You know what he's like, bless him. But yeah, the other stuff it's great. You can drop the kids off. You can sit there and watch someone else entertaining your kids while you're sat there drinking
having
wine.
a beer. Beautiful.
Absolutely mint. Can't fault it. That's what life's all about.
The in-laws have done a couple, and I think they booked to go on. They booked to go on another one, I think. And then they were talking actually on the back of that about maybe doing like a couple of river cruises. And I know a couple of people have done like river cruises, and you go like down the Danube and stuff, and you got this huge great big boat, like your Viking river cruises. And whether that is more slightly blue rins, apologies if you're listening, but it's one of the. But you can get to see 3 or 4 or 5 different places, and the Danube I think goes to like 3 or 4 capital cities, whatever it is. So what would be amazing is that you go down one of these cruises and then you think, well, actually, that would be a place I want to go back to. So then just to tick off the places and maybe as a way of going, well, I wasn't a fan of that, so let's not go there, but I'm a fan of that, let's go there. And actually ticking off a few places, but almost then with a view to then going back. So we haven't booked anywhere yet, but a cruise, it's not out of the question for next year. I think we'd probably do, whether it's a Mediterranean one, just to see whether we like it. And then if we do, I think potentially we might do like a Caribbean one and do some of the Caribbean islands maybe. So that would be an option.
I tell you one thing as well, dude, that I brought back from Norway with the idea of eating it on the podcast, but we didn't. We did it. Andy came round the other weekend. We were eating some whale the other weekend.
What was that like?
Just a bit of jerky, isn't it?
It was.
I think it's funny, like Tilly and JJ obviously wanted some, and then like there's a little bit, and then they got banned from eating it. I can't remember why. It's like
really,
yeah.
What was it like?
I mean, it's a mammal, isn't it? So it's not like eating fish. It's slightly
like
different.
chicken.
It was, but it was spiced, so it was almost like a salamied whale, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
So it's cut into. I mean, to be fair, it could have been for a pig for all we know. You just stuck a picture of a whale on the packet of it. My Norwegian ain't that great.
It's basically elk.
No, I saw elk. I'll bring next time we go, which will be next August. I'll bring back some elk. I'll bring back some reindeer as well. I saw that while we were there, and I should have picked some out. The whale was all right, but it's one of those things. I thought, yeah, at least I've tried it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My son absolutely loves it for some reason.
Tasted like salami, but smelt like fish. There's something like that on it. It's something.
Hey, that's not selling it, is it?
I like salami.
It's like that.
I don't mind the smell of fish, I suppose.
What sausage tastes of salami and smells like fish?
Depends what you've done with it.
Yeah, it was a shocker. It was. And but in terms of what else we got planned, I might have to Wales with you next year, dude. Is that when you said you're going to North Wales? We're coming, aren't we?
In April. Yeah.
Yeah, winner chicken dinner. Yeah.
So when we went NFL, the girls went to one place, and we're going one down the road from that one.
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
So that'd be good.
Yeah.
I love
drop
North
your
Wales.
kids off there as well.
Have they got a kids club there as well?
No, I'm talking about.
We'll just not take them with us.
Yeah. No, we got some babysitters with us.
Oh, we're not talking about me.
Yeah. Andy's that reason you've got all of the kids.
I can't be trusted. I'll just two of my own.
No, I think I don't know where. I mean, I think because obviously our two are much older now. The eldest one probably won't be with us next summer. She'll be off with boyfriend doing this, that, and the other. The youngest one probably.
Sounded like you were threatening her there.
Youngest one probably will be with us wherever we go in the summer. But me and the missus we've definitely sort of got the sort of city break. You like your 2 or 3 day break. Just a couple of different European places. So. I mean, we've done Barcelona, and we love. I mean, I'd go back because Barcelona's a mint place. And there's a couple of places in Belgium I'd really like to go to.
Well, we got Brussels next year, and the three of us.
Yeah, we are. We're going. Yeah, that's it. When are we going, Andy? What day? Let me pop it in the diary now.
Yeah, we'll get it booked now.
Yeah, do it, mate.
That really non-committal. Yeah, Andy, I'm sure Clive won't mind. He'll be fine. He's okay.
I'll do it anytime. It's you guys, isn't it? With your work and your school.
Oh,
holidays
yeah.
and all this.
Damned work.
No, to be fair though, dude, it's been a while since we sat down. We were trying to work out before we started. It's been over 12 months since you were on the podcast, dude. I think so. It's been good to have you back at it for
Oh, all times. You know, just no guests. Three of us just chatting shit for an hour, and I can't believe I've looked at that. It's an hour, and it's like it's felt like it's actually felt like last weekend down in London when we just having a couple of beers and we just chatting shit about whatever we want to chat shit about, and it has
what
felt
we saw on the street.
Oh,
I thought we'd get to the whole hour or whole episode without mentioning that, but holy moly!
Split, we don't have a picture to share.
I'm glad we don't have a picture to share, if I'm honest. Let's just say, ladies and gents, there was something deposited on the street that certainly didn't come out of any human. Well, I hope it didn't come out of a human because holy.
I think it was human.
Well, yeah, you're probably right.
Human, dude. I think it was a human feces.
It was as long as the Titanic next to you. Or that brown thing on your door. Is it a ruler or measuring tape or something?
Oh no, yeah. For those watching,
like
Yeah. So from there all the way down there.
yeah, that's how we measure our kids against that. That's what that is.
Yeah, like JJ down is about as big as JJ, right?
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway. Yeah. But back to Streets of London. No, I'm joking.
And on that bombshell. Yeah, so folks, we like to wrap things up around about an hour. Mark, I think, it's been great to have you back on, dude. I know you like coming on when we don't have guests, so we've got a whole load over Christmas that we'll be recording in early November time, maybe to mid-November time, so that we aren't recording during the Christmas period. If you want to come on with those, dude, we'll twist your arm and get you back on, do you? But a Room 101, that kind of stuff.
I was literally just about to say, like, we have to get Andy in for the Room 101. That episode has become, like, in the annals of TBR, that's an epic episode. That is the Room 101 is. And Come At Me Bro. We're
doing Come At Me Bro
cool.
again. We're doing Come At Me Bro again, yeah, definitely.
I'll be all day trying to decide what to have on Room 101. There's too many things that annoy me. That's the thing.
Well, you and Dave
you can have a Room 102 and a Room 103 or whatever else if you want.
Dave and his Christmas presents and dogs that he wants to put in. Fucking hell.
Yeah, dogs. What's all that about? Oh, Jesus, mate. You can't say that.
He didn't win many. He didn't win any votes for that.
No, we got absolutely none of them. No, but no. Look, Andy. Obviously, we sort of spoke last week and stuff, but it's been a pleasure having you back on, and can't wait for you to come on to Room 101. That'd be mint. Even if you don't jump on any others, just jump on that one, dude, because it'd be mint.
Yeah, definitely. So, who wants to say the goodbyes first?
I'll go. It's been mint, as I said a couple of minutes ago. Chatting shit for an hour with a couple of mates, a couple of beers. Is it almost how the podcast was born, really? And I know it's morphed and sort of evolved and this, that, and the other, but we're going back to our roots a little bit in this episode. So loved it. Can't wait to do it again.
Indeed. The biggest challenge, to be honest with you, every episode on the blog, I put how many episodes we've done in parentheses after our names. I have to really trawl back through the archives to find out what Andy's last episode was and how many he's done now.
Get on it.
Indeed. Andy?
Yes, it's been good. I was a bit unprepared before we came on with wrestling my lad to get into his bed. But, I'll have to restock the fridge and I'll see you all October 2025.
We'll look forward to it. We'll pencil it in the diaries. And for me, I will wish you all a fond farewell. We are back again next week when we were talking about something entirely different again. And I think next week we're looking at empathy.
Is that what it is?
I think it's empathy we're looking at next week. I could be wrong, though. Well, tune in next week. Find out if the guest turns up.